Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Look, I'm glad to have you here. I really am. I wouldn't say disappointing, but yeah, I'm gonna say it. I have some disappointing news for you today. The new MacBook came out, actually yesterday, sorry I'm a little late on the video. The new MacBook Pro came out yesterday. It's the new 13-inch model. Okay, so you're like, okay, so 13 inches, so 13... That's not the 14-inch model. Where's the 14-inch? What? We've been waiting for the What? Why are they releasing a new 13-inch model when there should be a new 14-inch? Honestly, I know that you have these questions, and the answer to all of them is I don't know. I wish I knew. Like, we went from the 15-inch model of the MacBook Pro to the 16-inch model. Then we should have gone from the 13-inch to the 14-inch, but here we are. We're still stuck on 13-inch. And so I'm a little bummed, I'll be completely honest, I'm a little bummed, but here we are. Okay, so first of all, I want to run through with you some of the specs of the new 13-inch MacBook Pro. That is so disappointing to say. Okay, here it is. Let's look at it. The new 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's a little bit thicker than the last one, okay? It comes in at 15.6 millimeters, so it's barely thicker, but it still is a little bit thicker. Comes with a touch bar, you know all of this stuff, like, it's not that exciting, honestly. It's honestly basically the same exact computer. Rene Ritchie did an incredible video on it, I'll leave a link to that below, that kind of talks about that there's kind of two new models of the MacBook Pro. One of them basically gives you double the storage, and it has the same exact specs as Intel 8th generation processors instead of 10th generation. And then the newer one has the 10th generation processors, so it brings the newer ones up to speed. But those start at a base price of $1,800. So should you buy the new 13-inch MacBook Pro? The answer is, if you want the 13-inch laptop, then yes. They're not going to come out with a 14-inch model this year. I mean, they just barely came out with a 13-inch model. So they're not going to come out with a 14-inch MacBook Pro in 2020. And the fact that they re-released the 13-inch rather than creating a 14-inch, I think that says that Apple doesn't have plans in the near future to release a 14-inch MacBook Pro, which is honestly a bummer. That would be an awesome computer. Here's the other thing that would make the 14-inch MacBook Pro the MacBook to get, in my opinion. If it had the specs of the 16-inch MacBook Pro in the 14-inch MacBook Pro, that would be the best laptop ever. I would get that laptop. The thing is, especially if you have an external display, you don't, like, my ideal setup is having your desktop, right? Having an external display like I have behind me here. And so that you can come home, you can work on a big screen, you just dock up your MacBook like that, plug it in, and you can get to work on your big screen that you have. You can even do dual display if you'd like, with your MacBook and with an external display, or with two external displays in your MacBook. Whatever setup you want, honestly. The other thing is, by the way, that the new MacBooks can support the Pro Display XDR, okay? But the great thing about a MacBook is that you can unplug it from that external display and then take it with you to go. You have that power with you to go, whether you're traveling on vacation, whether you're on an airplane, whether you're at some sort of like Jamba Juice or something working. You have that power with you. That's awesome. So you don't really need a huge form factor. The 16-inch display on the MacBook Pro is great, which is why I personally don't think I'd be getting the 14-inch anyways. But honestly, a 14-inch display is not bad, and you quickly get used to it. Whatever the display size is, whether it's 16 inches or 14 inches, you quickly adjust to it when you're working on the go. So a 14-inch display would be pretty good, actually. If Apple could bring the power of the 16-inch MacBook Pro, including 8 terabytes of storage, whereas the new MacBook 13-inch maxes out at 4 terabytes, so half, and the fastest processors, and extra memory. The new MacBook Pro 13-inch maxes out at 32 gigabytes of memory. You can max this baby out at 64. And dedicated graphics chips, which even the new MacBook Pro 13-inch does not have, but the 16-inch does. They could bring all of those things into the 13-inch, preferably the 14-inch. Slim down those bezels, give us a little extra space, which would even help with the internals, honestly. Like, you could fit more in the internals anyways, so it's better all around. If Apple would do that, that's fantastic. That would be the computer to get, because it brings you the most portable computer you need, and you can get from Apple. And then you come home and it has so much power that you can dock it up just like I'm doing here and work off of an external display at breakneck speeds, just like you would with a Mac Pro. It's kind of like if you could fold up your Mac Pro and take it with you, which is amazing. Obviously, the 16-inch MacBook Pro isn't quite to the level of the Mac Pro. Not even like isn't quite. It's like quite a ways off actually from the Mac Pro, what you can do there. But for me, it's everything that I need. But I think that that's Apple's next step. And I think that that's the obvious thing that they need to do. Bring that incredible power into a more portable package. And honestly, the fan base is going to be so happy for that. I would get that computer if I had the specs of the 16-inch and a 14-inch. That'd be the computer to get. By the way, the other thing is, and everybody makes a big deal about this, to me it's not that big of a deal. Jonathan Morrison went as far as to say that nobody would be missing the old butterfly keyboard. I'm telling you right now that I'm missing the old butterfly keyboard. I prefer that keyboard. It's so much better. I think it's so much better. Like the clickety clack is like so nice. But whatever. I guess reliability was an issue. I never had a problem, but I guess enough people did that they kind of took a step backwards, which is frustrating. But anyways, that's the other new thing on the new MacBook Pro is the Magic Keyboard. So it's cool. It's fine. It's a good keyboard. It really is. It's a good keyboard. I wish Apple would let you choose, but that would never happen. In other news, today also Apple announced that WWDC is going to be June 22nd, which like honestly took another knife and stabbed it in my heart. It's like Apple is killing me right now. Typically WWDC happens the first week of June. Last year it started on June 7th was the keynote. And now it's June 22nd, so, and I mean, it makes sense. It's going to be online for the first time ever, so give them some more time to prep things. But now it kind of feels like it's 2 months away instead of 1 month away until we get those beta softwares. So that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Still super looking forward to it. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. And I'll see you again in another video soon. Let me know what you'd like to see on this channel. I'd love to hear it. Okay guys, have a great day. We'll see you again soon with all of the new Apple news. And what if I could say we'll see you again soon when the new 14-inch comes out? Alright, have a good day.